Good morning to all of you and welcome to today's class. Now, yesterday we began the introduction of what is economics and the two different branches of economics, that is microeconomics and macroeconomics. Just now somebody asked me, give some examples of microeconomics. Now, microeconomic is anything that is studied on the individual level, individual income, individual distribution, anything which is on an individual basis, either for an individual or for an individual industry or for an individual manufacturing unit, are all examples of microeconomics. Then we come to, today we would begin with problems or economic problems. Now children, you must understand, when I tell you to write, only you write. Just now you please understand. Why do we have an economic problem? The biggest factor for a problem to arise in economy is because the resources which are available are limited, they are scarce, but human wants are unlimited. Now, because when the wants are unlimited and the resources are limited, what happens? An individual has to make a choice according to his priority, that is, what should be given importance and what should not be given an importance. For example, a simple example, let's say our father earns a salary for the month and then he has to run the month on that limited amount of money which he earns for the month. Now he has to decide where he should spend his money. On food, which is the top priority, then education for the children. Education has various aspects: school fees, probably conveyance fees, etc., etc. Food, clothing, housing. Then comes the less important things in life, let's say entertainment. Then comes, let's say, buying new clothes, new things. All these depends on the priority at the moment. So you see children, when we have that resources are limited but wants are unlimited, then there arises a problem of what to do with that. What should we give priority? What should we not give priority? This is always because, like in economics, we would say we have an excess of demand over the, let's say, supply of resources. Our resources are always limited. More than that we don't have. We have to make do of what we have. And that is why we have what we call an economic problem. So now you pick up your pen and write down the problem of making a choice. Please write down. The problem of making a choice is called economic problem. This is called an economic problem. Now let us understand the economic problem with the help of a small charts. Let's say we have.
Sir, please repeat.
Please, in between, don't ask. Human wants. We have human wants which are unlimited. Human wants are limited and these may differ in integrity, differ in integrity. What is the meaning of integrity? Urgency. URGENCY. And on the other side, what do we have? We have our resources. How do we have our resources? They are limited. And because our resources are limited, what can be? And also when we have limited, they can be put to alternate uses. So you see, we have two sides. Now, talking from the human side, from our side, our human wants are unlimited. We want many things. But we all differ in our urgency. For me, a particular good or a particular item would be top priority today. Maybe for you it may not be. For you, a top priority may be something else. So you see, every person differs in their integrity or in their urgency for satisfying their human want. Okay? Then what happens? Let's look on the other side. To satisfy our human want, we must have our resources. How are our resources placed? Resources are always limited. And because they also can be put to alternate uses. I'll give you an example of what you mean by alternate uses. Let us take a simple daily example of milk. Right? Milk. Now, milk, when comes into the market from the source, okay. Now they have a choice of distributing milk to the public. From the same milk, keep a certain amount for making curd, making paneer, certain amount taken out to make, let's say, sweets, take out a small amount for making, let's say, ghee, from milk, butter. Now you see, the amount of milk with us is limited, right? Whatever the quantity comes into the market, it is limited. It is not unlimited, it is limited. And the same things are put to alternate use. So, with an example, let's say, suppose there were 1,000 liters of milk coming into the market, out of which they decide to distribute, let's say, 600 liters as public distribution for people who buy milk for their daily consumption. Left with what? 400. Out of 400, let's say, dahi in summers is very much in demand. So let's take out, let's say, 150 liters for dahi. Then another 50 liters, let's say, for making paneer. Then another, let's say, 100 liters for taking out ghee, butter, sweets. So from that 1,000, we are making alternate uses of it. So as it is, the amount was limited. From that limited amount, we are now keeping away certain amounts for their alternate uses, which means the resources become still lesser. And because the limited resources, it becomes very important for the human beings to what we say is a problem of choice making. He will have a problem of choice making. So now he has to make a choice. If from the producer side, how much amount should be used where? From the human side, what is to be brought But according to one's urgency, here we have to make a choice, here also we have to make a choice. So this is called the problem of making a choice in economics. It is called the economic problems. So basically a problem of scarcity of the resources on one hand, and also because these resources can be put to alternate uses, individuals have to make a choice as to which want, according to his urgency or his priority, should be satisfied first with his limited resources in order to get maximum satisfaction. So there is a problem of choice. And this problem of choice arises only because of the scarcity of resources. Is it clear? Okay. So like I said, what were the reasons for making choices? Number one, you can write down the causes of economic problems. The causes of the economic problems was first, scarcity of resources. Second, unlimited human wants. Third, resources can be put to alternative use. Resources can be put to alternative use. And the fourth reason is wants differ in integrity or urgency. These are the basic four reasons for why we have a economic problem, or why an economic problem arises. So we have already discussed there is scarcity of resources, but on the other side, unlimited human wants are there, and because resources can be put to alternate uses, what happens? The want also differs from person to person according to their integrity, according to their priority, according to their urgency. So a quick revision of what I have said. So for those of you who have missed out on something, pay attention. We are talking about why does an economic problem arise. Now, looking at it from the human point of view, we said human wants, number one, are unlimited. We have many wants, unlimited wants, and these wants will differ in integrity or urgency, which means what may be top priority for me may not necessarily be the top priority of somebody else. His, at that point of time, his priority may be different. Understood? Now, to satisfy human wants, we must have resources. The means to satisfy. What do we see? We see the resources which we have are always limited. We'll have a fixed amount. That's it. And with that, we have to make do. On an individual level, I said salary or the income for a person in a month is normally fixed. Itna milta hai, we get this much. Now what do we do with it? How do we spend this money? Wisely, according to our integrity, according to our urgency, according to our priority. Because resources are limited. So we agree resources are limited. Now, besides being limited, also these resources can be put to alternate uses, which makes the choice still more narrow. It brings it down still more. And I had given you an example of milk in the, let's say, in a particular place. Milk comes from all over, and let's say in Kota we get, I had given you the example, let's say 1,000 liters milk comes into the market. Then how much do we give? Is milk consumed only as milk? No, it is not only consumed as milk. It has many byproducts. Milk can be used for making curd, butter, ghee, sweets, etc., etc. Now, from what we have, we are taking out this portion for making this much, this portion for making this portion for making. So, what is happening to your resources? It becomes still more limited. And because it is being used for alternate resources, therefore, the problem of a choice making arises. What should we do? What do we do with these resources? What do we do with our wants? Which one should we satisfy? Which one we should not satisfy immediately? We can postpone our want for another time, for another day. From here, which one should we give more importance? So this is the reasons for economic problems arising. Is it clear? If anyone has any doubt, one of you may unmute and ask a question. Is it okay? No problem. Okay. Next, talking of problems, how do we solve the problems? The central economic problems are of three types. Write down, please. Allocation of resources has three aspects. Number one is what to produce, how to produce, and for whom to produce. What to produce, how to produce, and for whom to produce. So, allocation of your resources has three aspects. What to produce, how to produce, please add on the word what to produce, how to produce, for whom to produce. Let's take the first one. What to produce? Kindly note down, write down. An economy must decide two things. What is that? Number one, which of the possible commodities should be produced? Which of the possible commodities should be produced? And number two, second point, how much of each of these commodities, how much of each of these commodities should be produced. Each economy has to make a choice as to which want it should satisfy and which one it should forgo. F-O-R-G-O. Forgo means give up. For this, it has to make a choice from the following. For this, it has to make a choice from the following alternatives. Number one, choice between consumer goods in brackets. You can write down what are these consumer goods. Example: wheat, cloth, sugar, tea, shoes, rice, etc. These are all consumer goods which are used by a consumer. And capital goods. Choice between consumer goods and capital goods. Can you give some example of capital goods? Write in brackets: machines, tools, let's say fertilizers, tractors, etc. These all come under capital goods. So now you have to make a choice. Should there be a choice between consumer goods? Should we go for consumer goods or should we go for capital goods? This is what the economy has to decide. Why? Resources are limited. How do we use our resources? Put all the resources in producing only consumer goods, or should we use it for making capital goods this year? Number one. Number two, second point, choice between civil goods and wartime goods. Civil goods and wartime goods. Can you give me an example of civil goods? What does a civilian wear? Clothes, watches, radios, mobiles, etc. are all come under the category of civil goods. Clothes, watches, radios, mobile phones, etc. etc. And wartime goods, what will be there? Rifles, guns, fighting aircrafts, tanks, explosives. All these are wartime goods. So, when we are in a state of aggression, war, we would produce wartime goods. Otherwise, we would go for civil goods. Then, third, choice between necessary goods and luxury goods. What are necessary goods for us? Examples can you give? Bread, clothes, houses, which are necessary. Okay. Luxury goods, cars, gold ornaments, home theaters, air conditioners. These are normally coming under the luxury goods. So while if you have the resources at that particular time and the need is there, you would go for luxury goods. Otherwise, you would be concentrating on necessary goods. So this all comes under the category of what to produce. The economy has to decide, should it produce consumer goods or capital goods? Should it produce civil goods or should it produce wartime goods? Should it produce necessary goods or luxury goods? These are some of the choices you have to undertake in what to produce. I will stop today's class here because we are running out of time. We will continue tomorrow.